Um, we welcome you all for this 7th webinar by IFRA and IDF. The aim of these series of webinars have been to influence the global perspective on CBR. So far, the team through the various webinars have touched upon diverse topics that influences policymakers and that could lead to full and effective participation of all persons with disabilities in the community in which they live. As a part of this journey, IFRA is now digging deep into the marginalization experienced by specific groups of persons with disabilities who experience high restriction in participation and who require high support. The objective being to highlight the support services that is required, the service gaps that exist in the community, and the best practices so far in resource-limited settings, so that all persons with disabilities can participate equally in the community. Today, we delve into details to understand the ground realities in ensuring services for people with autism. We have 3 speakers today who will enrich our knowledge with their experience in facilitating and delivering services required by autistic people. We are pleased that we have as many as 102 registration, and we hope that all of them will be able to join from 26 countries for this webinar. We thank the speakers in advance for their availability and willingness to share their experience and expertise with us. I request Venki to give the welcome address. You have 10 minutes, Venki.
Thanks very much. A warm welcome and a huge thanks to all of you for being with us today. For those of you who have been with us in our previous webinars would know that we showcase examples of good practice in interventions for persons with disabilities in resource-scarce communities. However, this webinar will showcase examples of good practice with people with autism across the spectrum. The reason is that even the meager services that reach people with other disabilities do not include persons with autism, even in towns and cities. Here are some facts about autism. Autism is the most common condition in the group of development disorders known as the autism spectrum. The characteristics of the autism spectrum is in a range of mild learning and social disability to severe impairment with complex problems and highly unpredictable, unusual behavior. The thinking and learning abilities vary from gifted to average and to severely challenged. Some do well in supportive environment, while others might not. Autism may occur alone or with accompanying conditions such as intellectual disability and seizure. No 2 children with autism will have identical characteristics. Children with autism face challenges in sensory processing, language and communication, social understanding, and imagination. Sensory processing involves difficulty in people with autism making sense of stimuli like light, sound, and texture. Language and communication challenges include struggles in verbal expression, understanding words and sentences. Social understanding difficulties manifest in challenges with non-verbal cues and turn-taking. Imagination, thinking, and organizing manifests in presence of unusual and unpredictable and repetitive behavior as well as interests. Overall, these challenges impact the daily life of individuals with autism. Intervention with people with autism is complex and needs to be wholesome, inclusive of physical environment, social environment, and supportive environment. The diagram on the screen depicts an example of interventions required. Suja, slide.
Yes, it's on, Venki.
Okay, thanks. The most challenging area of meaningful intervention is the difficulty in sensory integration, which people with autism experience day in and day out, terrifying even to imagine. Providing intervention to any form of disability is challenging, and it is more so for people with autism. It is only in the last few decades that there has been academic engagement and research to understand autism and its manifestations. So much so, the knowledge and skill in the inadequate number of professionals that exist today is limited, leave alone with people working in the community. It is estimated that 1 in 160 children has autism spectrum, that is 1% of the world's population. Yet, there are no more than a handful of countries which have explicit policies and programs which include persons with autism. Hence, we are here to call upon governments to include services for persons with autism in their policies and programs. Despite this scenario, a lot can be done to ensure inclusion of persons with autism in family and community life. We have three such examples today from Egypt, India, and Nepal. These initiatives and programs exemplify the incredible resilience, creativity, and determination of individuals, family members, professionals, community workers, and communities as a whole. Together, we shall strive to pave the way for a more inclusive and compassionate world for all. Thank you.